Hey everyone, it's me, empressarcana, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. For today's Beyond the Veil reading, I am going to do a very special one. I mean, every reading is special to me, to be fair. I have been wanting to do a reading, a public, channeling of Kim Jonghyun from SHINee for a while now, and I'm excited to do it today. So, as always, all my readings are for entertainment purposes only. I really enjoy channeling the energies, especially for the Beyond the Veil series, which are, I channel people that have passed on, mostly individuals that have a public status or have had a role to play in music, society in some way, artists and so forth. And because I am a big fan of the K-pop group SHINee, I remember when I got into them back in 2019. Wait, no, not 2019. What am I talking about? Girl? No, 2009. 10 years off. I apologize. It's been that long. And okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to adjust my glasses. And I'm still adjusting them. Okay, come on. Malfunctions. Okay. I fell in love with them in 2009 and have been a fan ever since. And I go to myself, I want to do this, especially since the SHINee anniversary is the 25th of May. And I was like, I think this is going to be fantastic. So let's go for it. As always, again, note, the readings are more about encouraging messages from the artist or individual I'm channeling for Beyond the Veil. And whatever messages want to come through, it is to encourage the collective listening. And as always, if something doesn't resonate, it doesn't have to belong in your timeline. Just take what resonates always for yourself, okay? All right, guys, enough of my babbling. Let's get intuitive and let's channel. So, as I've been doing for the last batch of readings, I get a wild unknown archetype card, okay? And I shuffle it and I get a card, and that is the card that I put there in the reading, and then I read from the book, from the guidebook. So that is kind of like the vibe of where we're going to go with this reading as I supply it. I support it with the pretty cards I have here on my other desk next to this one. How unnecessarily I described everything. I apologize. Okay. Anyway, so I got the Kiss. All right, and I'm going to read from this book here, okay? So let's see. Let's go. Here we got the kiss, the touch, the chemistry, the sex. Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like, their tongue? Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate, to become one. It is risky but beautiful business. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self toward union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. I love that. And it says here, intimacy is multi-layered and requires our reflection. Revisit what you consider to be sensual, taboo, acceptable, shameful. Expression, merging, and inviting. I feel it. Okay, that is such a beautiful message to start the reading with, because from what I remember when watching SHINee, Jonghyun was just an individual that was just so open and caring and inviting very sensual. But in his way of being, it was just so loving and nurturing as well. And it's interesting because his Jupiter is in Cancer, and we currently have Jupiter finishing the transit in Cancer. But I definitely feel this is Jonghyun like vibing with the reading so far. And I am excited to get more messages in these moments when we merge with another. It doesn't always necessarily have to be physical merging. Absolutely not. Because we merge with artists. We merge with their music, their whatever form of art that they put out into the world, because it's their intimate expression of themselves. They work as mirrors. And I know that the mirror concept is in almost all of my readings, because we really are all mirrors of one another. And I was thinking about this last night as I was watching a video. I was like, you know what? We are all mirrors. And when we enjoy the mirror, we like a person. We're like, wow, that person and I get along. You guys are mirroring certain aspects of one another. And what that means is that when you look at that person and engage with them in whatever way that is, there is a resonance field that connects, like an entanglement to that part of you that understands that mirror. Because that part of you wouldn't be able to mirror someone and understand them if that part didn't already exist within you. So that's the beauty of the unfolding of this with people. So a kiss, an interaction, even if someone has passed on, for example, their energy lingers in your resonance field, especially if it's something intimate where you have a mirroring aspect between you and that person. I have many people in my life that have passed away, and I still feel them through the mirror. And it's very comforting for me, at least. So let's get some tarot cards. Let's get some of these. Let's start off with this and then we'll build up. All right, Jonghyun, what messages do you want to deliver to this collective? Already starting off with the kiss. Very sweet. Oh my gosh, look at that. We got the Ace of Cups. We're starting off strong. Such a loving energy, opening of the heart chakra, opening up the heart. And let's see. All right, these two. This one's calling as well. We have here the Five of Pentacles. Excuse me. We have here the Page of Cups. And we have here the Chariot. Okay, let's go with this. And the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. Very loving reading. What a beautiful energy. Okay. What I'm seeing already, Jonghyun is such a beautiful energy. Full of love. Wherever he's at, whatever timelines, whatever energy fields, it's just his presence is a very loving one. He wanted to share his passions, he wanted to share himself. I know anyway, I say we because I'm sure many also saw the pain behind his eyes. And that can happen to so many of us when sometimes we give so much to others that we forget to give to ourselves, and it can become self-deprecating. He had the moon in Virgo, and I know that the moon in Virgo can be very critical of the emotions that come through and trying to just truck on, keep moving with that Aries sun I see. And he never wanted anyone to be cruel to themselves, mean to themselves, even though he himself was learning how not to be like that to himself. And that's what I see in the Five of Pentacles, the reminder for everyone to not stay in that energy of I'm not good enough. Not to stay in the energy of I have to accommodate to others around me, putting myself second. There is love, and then there is love that becomes lost when we forget ourselves. Love is beautiful. I have a belief that everything is neutral until we give it meaning, even love. Love is just something that most of the world, if not all, agrees as a loving vibration, as something bright and good and warm in your chest, and so many other meanings that can be applied to the word love. Physical touch, physical affection, all of this. Everyone carries energy when we hold one another, when we realize that there is more to those exchanges than we ever knew. A handshake, getting an autograph signed by the artist, for example, that carries energy, and it's beautiful. It carries the essence of the person that signed, that autographed, the person in the song, the energy. It's a very beautiful way of interpreting relations and people. I am picking up Jonghyun smiling and saying, we are all love. We are all loved, and we can all share love. But most of all, we must recognize the love within ourselves. And that might have been something he struggled with while he was on an earthly physical plane in the timeline, right? Because honestly, can I be so for real with you guys? I believe in timelines, and I believe that there are many timelines where he is alive. And that's how we can channel more. Again, I see the world very differently. I am a radical thinker and feeler, so I'm going to open up the things, the taboo, that might make some people uncomfortable. And that's another message I'm hearing from Jonghyun. Protect your peace, but if something makes you uncomfortable, stand up for yourself. That's very important. And so what I'm seeing here with the Five of Pentacles is that all is not lost. There might have been a decision that might have occurred in your life. You might have made that decision with a fear-based energy. If I don't do this, this is going to happen. So it was out of fear and not out of asking yourself the question, am I ready to take this leap, to make this decision from my own sovereignty? And that could be a sad energy, a feeling of lack, financial stressors, however it materializes in your world, in your psyche. But I see such a beautiful, okay, this is a very big message. Let me see if I can hold it properly with reverence. Jonghyun is trying to tell you all, for those listening in this particular collective, do the thing that makes you feel like pigs fly. That's what I heard. Do the thing that seems impossible. Believe in the thing that others might think, what are you on? Take baby steps if that is what makes you feel good about it, feel better. But don't be afraid to entertain the impossible. Don't be afraid to think outside the box, feel outside the box, see outside the box. Because that's how we grow as human beings, expanding our consciousness. Because if we are limiting ourselves, and we all have limitations, self-imposed and imposed on by society, but it is important to remember where you stand for you. And honestly, with this one here, this card is the Page of Cups, which is, again, so much loving energy. We have the Ace of Cups, a new beginning in how you love yourself and how you love others and how you understand one another. That is another message I am picking up. Especially, we got the Kiss, we got Two of Cups. A lot of you are in these relationships, these relationships that require a lot of time and energy, whether it be love, whether it be a work relationship, whether it be the relationship with self. Family. I'm hearing there are certain non-negotiables, and it's okay to have them. In fact, it is encouraged, because non-negotiables are okay to have, but know that you can't control what's happening outside of you. So it's important to have that distinction where we have dreams, and some of them can be huge. Some of them can seem impossible, like pigs flying, which I think it's so funny because of the little piggy here. But maybe a lot of you had others tell you that you had your head in the clouds and that your ideas or the way that you were doing things is never going to amount to anything. And that's a very negative, kind of feedback to receive from anyone. Always know that if they don't feel right, if you receive a message from another person that does not feel right, especially to your truth, you can acknowledge that that is their truth, but that's not your truth. And you can also acknowledge that it is a possible projection from the other person. And that says more about where they're at on their journey. And that's okay to assess. All right. We have here the Chariot. We have here the energy of movement. So a lot of you, I'm hearing Jonghyun say, yeah, a lot here present have gone through similar situations and are undergoing a lot. The word left me, oh my goodness. But it is important to value everything that you bring to the table, however your situation is. And Jonghyun recognizes that there were moments where he forgot everything that he brought to the table. Not because I don't pick up any of that, but I feel that for himself, because we have all been there where sometimes we are our own worst enemy, and we forget everything that we bring to a situation in a positive way. And I feel that through Beyond the Veil, that is a message that Jonghyun really wants to bring home to everyone listening. Okay. All right, let's get some of these. We have the North Node, destined to have. That is actually a very beautiful message to go underneath that Five of Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles can make you feel that you're just destined to suffer, and that's not the case. You are destined to have. The North Node in a person's chart is about that destiny point where you are working toward in your life to reach what to reach. And let me get another one. And I feel that part of it is love, self-love, relational love. It's a very beautiful kiss from the universe, kiss from Jonghyun. I don't know. It's just very, very beautiful. We have Neptune, dream and transcend. Again, these messages are coming in really strongly about following your dreams, your destiny, what you're destined to have. Neptune is currently in Aries. With Neptune out of Pisces, we have the energy of finally, yes, it's a new energy, because Aries is about action. It is the fire starter, the first sign of the zodiac. It brings in spring. It brings in the vision. So during the time that Neptune was in Pisces, we had a lot of that dreamy energy, and we can get lost in it. Neptune's always going to have a certain fog to it. But I feel in this reading, with the cards I'm pulling, the energy is about know your worth, know that you're destined to have more, and believe in the dream, believe in yourself, believe in the things that are impossible. Look at that. That is so funny, because I mentioned the pigs flying thing, and I feel that that correlates with Neptune saying, hey, believe in the dream, even if it looks like pigs flying to someone else. That is the vibe, right? And we have the moon. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture yourself and others. These are very dreamy, this is a very dreamy reading. Very Jonghyun, coded. Jonghyun doesn't want you to give up on your dreams. Jonghyun wants you to follow what your heart desires. And yes, he is saying in my mind's eye, I know that sounds weird to say, but I'm going to say it that way because that's what it feels like, that it can be scary to receive critique, sometimes ridicule. But these are the steps we take to fulfill our whatever destiny we believe we have. Because again, destiny, I feel, is connected to belief. Destiny becomes destiny when we believe in something so much that we want it to become destiny. But we have the choice. We have the choice, my loves. The spark, hustle. This is fire energy coded for sure. Number 17 might be significant. That caught my attention. Maybe June 17th. The spark and hustle. So you see, we can have the spark. And then the hustle. My interpretation of this. Exactly what I was talking about. Hustle culture is not my thing, but we all go through it at one point in time or another. And sometimes it can really drain us. With spark and hustle, the hustle part can be seen as keep fighting for that spark. Keep fighting for the spark or what ignites you. Keep that hustle going. For example, many of us can want to, what example can I use? You know what? I'm going to use myself as an example, throwing myself under the bus. I've gone through a lot of things, but I'm here going back to doing these readings because it feels good to learn about people, the human psyche, how we work. And this is a way for me to assimilate, articulate these kinds of topics. And I get to share them with the world. However many people click on the video, it doesn't matter. Like, what's important to me at this point in my life, because before I used to care more. And when we have expectations that seem really, really big, and we want something really, really big, there can be disappointment. There can be disillusionment. And that is part of Neptune as well. That's why right now with Neptune and Saturn in Aries, we have the energy of the back and forth of remember to structure. Ooh, excuse me, it like whistled. To structurize our dream. Saturn is saying you can have what you want, but there has to be a certain structure that you're building toward so that the foundation doesn't crumble. And that's very, very important. So that is what I'm seeing. The spark hustle is that. And again, where disillusionment comes in, the hustle part is even if I am in pain, like, you know, my body is hurting or any other complications that I'm going through on a personal level, I still show up. Hustle in this context, for me, the way that I'm seeing it, is showing up to the spark. Okay? Let's get another one. Jonghyun's like, yes. Keep going. Pull out more cards. He's excited. Welcome the divine masculine. Well, hello, Jonghyun. Okay, so in this, welcome the divine masculine energy. I truly believe that we have duality within us, male, feminine and masculine energies, yin and yang. I have said this before. And however you interpret it and however you digest it, however it works for you. So this more masculine energy, or this more action-oriented energy, let's put it like that in perspective, the 19 and 17. Something about June 17th to 19th. But anyway, so welcoming this energy of taking action for you, what feels action-oriented and aligned to what you want to do. It's interesting because we have here the Chariot and this, so there is movement for this collective. I feel that Jonghyun is encouraging this new beginning in your world, in your realm, and it is very inviting. One more from here. Overrate your intuition. That's a very interesting one. Okay, hold on. Let's put this one here. So, with overrate your intuition, first of all, trust your intuition, and it's right next to the moon. I feel that sometimes we second guess ourselves because, again, it might seem like an impossibility. But remember that in terminologies like in the quantum field, in the quantum realms, everything is infinite possibilities. So until something is observed properly, we have the opportunity to, and even when observed, we can still have our belief and work around what was observed. So in this case, overrate your intuition, believe in yourself, believe in what comes through in the messages that are speaking to you. If the color yellow is catching your attention, do a little research about that if you like. I don't know. Be like, what does yellow represent for me? This color, does it make me smile? Does it make me think of sunflowers? That makes me smile, makes me think of my mother. That kind of train of thought. Ask yourself questions. It's always good to be inquisitive, especially when you're on the journey, the spiritual journey, because you're learning about yourself and everyone around you, which is a mirror of you. So trust your intuition during this time, collective. All right, let's get from here. What else wants to come through? Reliability. The number 19 came out again. This is giving Capricorn. This is the goat. All right. Again, this is very important. I'm going to put that right there. No, I'm going to see if I reach. Okay, I'll leave that there. With reliability, again, it says to trust your intuition, rely on what your inner voice says. Rely on how you're transforming the way that you love, how you are bringing in new energies in your life, all of that. It is the foundation that I spoke about is the solid foundation. It's important to have something that you can lean back and rely on. And if you can't do that with yourself, if you can't rely on yourself first and foremost, that is a sign, in my opinion, to look deep within, to learn why you cannot rely on yourself. The deeper questions, right? Snow leopard, the watcher, and the observer. The watcher. Look at that, those colors. Ooh. Okay, well, I got a direct message here from Jonghyun. I feel that definitely those that he cares for, his family. Yes, the members of SHINee, this collective, those that love him. He is still so present in everyday activities. The memory of him is alive. And it's very beautiful because the collective memory for Jonghyun is a very positive one. And he is so loved and cherished. And it's because so many individuals mirrored that same difficulty within self that his passing was very painful to so many. Excuse me. Like I have a lump in my throat. I feel like something wants to come through. It is important because that's why it's important to ask yourself the questions, not just accept the lie within self, because intuition is different from the voice that likes to come through that is negative. If something makes you feel bad, that is not your truth. That is not intuition, in my opinion. Intuition feels right. It feels like something in your tummy, like a tickling, like it's just a different energy. So absolutely. And then at the bottom of the deck is stability. So for a lot of you that might be struggling with financial matters or inward journey quests in self-worth and so forth connected to financial matters, I'm hearing, believe in your intuition, and new chapters are being written as I speak for everyone listening. New chapters that are more exciting. That's what I'm hearing. I'm going to get from here. All right, Jonghyun, please. What do you want to come through with, please? We got here addict. So, oh wow, and the bottom of the deck is speaker. All right. So what I see with this, addictions can be seen in so many different, there's a spectrum. In the context of what I'm seeing here, I'm going to get one of these too. I feel that maybe there was an addiction to a certain validation, to feel whole, to feel seen. And I've noticed a pattern with individuals that give so much of themselves and don't know how to receive properly. Because if there was a receiving with the same vibration of love that they give out to the world, they would feel differently about themselves. Jonghyun probably had his disconnect, perfectionist, an addiction to perfectionism. That is a thing too. Oh, that's beautiful. Luck is on your side, I pulled. This is the new moon in Sagittarius. We are going to have a full moon in Sagittarius by the end of May. So luck is on your side. This is the arrow. I feel that this card here, it's shining light on something that was hidden within, and it will be spoken about with smiles and confidence and certainty. Luck is on your side, collective. All right, let's get... I feel like there's more that wants to come through in the reading, and I've pulled a bit of cards already. Jonghyun, what else do you want to share in this reading, please? I'm going to get from here. Divine Gateway, the number 7. A portal, a gateway. Let's put that one right there. Okay. The truth of the matter is that once you see yourself for who you really are, accept yourself with flaws, through trial and error, you accept yourself. There's a divine gateway that opens to your heart and soul that allows you to see more, understand, and be more compassionate. Because it starts with you. It starts with being compassionate about yourself. So many people talk about, oh, you must forgive. You must forgive for yourself, for your peace. Same thing goes with compassion. You can show compassion to others. Definitely show compassion to yourself. Extend that grace. And know that the same way that you accept others, accept yourself. There you go. That was a beautiful message. I am going to get one of these, and then I'm going to get a spirit letter card, and we'll end the reading there. If you guys would like another reading from messages from Jonghyun, or any of the members of, I can do celebrity healing readings as well. I have a collection of an assortment of readings, so if you have your own suggestions, please do leave them in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this time so far, please do like, subscribe, do all the things. Engagement is important. I'm a tiny content creator that wants to grow, so any of it is, any engagement is helpful. So thank you so much. All right, let's get one of these. All right. Always do your best. Don't overdo. It says, always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and go against yourself, and it will take you longer to accomplish your goal. That's beautiful and so on point with this reading. Jonghyun definitely is reminding you to be kind to yourself, love yourself, open your heart to you, be compassionate with you. Don't be so hard on yourself if things are not going your way right now in your life. It is okay to take a moment. It is okay to play a game, even if some others might say you're procrastinating. You know yourself best. And the moment that you trust yourself before others, like you trust your truth, not saying to be chaotic or reckless, but really truly understand yourself and understand your needs. Because on a personal level, I've been there where I've gotten the projections of others in my life, and I never really truly listened to myself, despite what kind of work I've been doing for decades. Because I've been a tarot reader and intuitive reader, channeler for decades, since I was a teenager. And at least that's when I started giving it a name. So those exchanges are important because they allow you to see what you won't tolerate from anyone else. Don't tolerate it from yourself if you are self-deprecating. Remind yourself, hey, be kind to yourself first and foremost. Because if you allow that treatment to yourself, that means you allow that treatment from others. And that's no. That's a no-no. So don't overdo. I'll put you right here, lady. Oh, that's funny. If I put that here, it's going to look like, oh my God, that's so funny. It looks like she has a little bit off in the proportions, but it looks like that's her head. All right, let's get one more card. Oh, I got tongue-tied. What was that? All right, guys, one more card. I definitely feel that Jonghyun wanted to say more, but for another reading. All right, let's go with this one. Let's see. I love these cards. They're so pretty. All right, Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about, oh my God, what was I talking about? Jesus Christ. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good, because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. Oh, what a beautiful message. I love it. There we go. All right. Okay. This whole, I love it. I love that message. And it really does, bring it all together. Don't overdo it. Be compassionate with yourself first and foremost, and with others. There's new beginnings starting when it comes to the realm of love. And everything is in forward motion with the Chariot. Luck is on your side. Oh, hold on. Oh, God. Haha. I haven't done this in a while, and this is going to be what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some letters from my little bag of letter tiles and see what wants to come through. Okay? Haven't done this in a while. We got the letter R. We got the letter C. We got the letter Y. We got Y twice. Got the letter G. O. E. T. I see lore. I see lore. I'm hearing the word record. Lore. Record your lore. That's what I got as a channeled message. Record your lore. That's interesting. I like that. And as a final thing, yes, we're getting all the goodies for Jonghyun's reading. I'm going to roll the astrological dice. Let's get... Okay, that's 2. Okay, we got planets. We'll do that one. Okay, that one fell. Jesus Christ. I'll pick that up later. Okay, I'll do these. Hopefully not drop one. All right, let's do it. Record your lore. So for those wanting to record their music or record something creative, do something, it could be journaling, it could be any way of recording your your philosophies, your philosophy of life. Sagittarius is definitely that energy of philosopher. Go where the go where the lore goes. I don't know. That was silly. This got a little silly. All right. Okay. We got Libra, we got 10th house, and we got, I think this is South Node. No, North Node? South, no, North Node, I think. I'm trying to remember the symbol. I always forget the upside down or whatever. Well, either way, the nodes of fate. And this is Libra and 10th house. This is harmonious balance within your legacy, your lore, record your lore. So many of you are trying to really stand out in your strengths and powers and artistry. I keep hearing artist, of course, throughout this reading. Find out what makes you feel safe and secure, but also explore your lore. Record it. share with the world your own personal philosophies if that is what guides your heart right now. And know that others might feel the same way as you. You might find your community, other people with like-minded concepts that sing to your heart. And that's beautiful, okay? Record your lore. That is so catchy to me. Record your lore. And with that North Node card, it says, oh God, I can't see from the corner of my eye like that. Destined to have. What lore can embody what you're destined to have? Think about it. Make it beautiful, because Libra is aesthetically pleasing. So yeah. All right. I'm closing the channeling session with Jonghyun. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone, including you, Jonggi. I am so excited to channel him again in the future, because our loved ones are never really truly gone, as long as we keep them in our hearts, if that's your choice, of course. Okay? All right. Sending so much love. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed the reading. It really helps support me. And check out my Etsy shop. I have all sorts of readings. I'll be adding more goodies in the near future. A lot of astrology-based stuff. But right now, most of the stuff is comfort characters. So if you have a comfort character, that's definitely like where I have most of my stuff. But there's other goodies there if you'd like to check it out. That is in the link in the description, the bio, all that stuff. Okay. As you can tell, I'm still getting used to getting back on saying all this stuff. But record your lore. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.